See, there's the microphone. It appears to be working properly. Hello, my name is Michael. This is my YouTube page, Mox News. Thanks for tuning in. This is your Wake and Bake News at 7 p.m. I'm your host, Moxie. So this is what we got. I don't know if you're paying attention, but we heard Tucker Carlson tonight talk about armed checkpoints and business owners being extorted. Oh my God, in downtown Seattle. Are you kidding me? Lies. Lies. There's some problem. Do you guys not get that the police lie? Do you not get that? How many? I have told you 1,000 times before George Floyd. Police are professional liars. You want to know who's extorting the downtown business owners? The Seattle police. The Seattle police are basically saying that if you don't give us $250,000 per officer, we don't know if we can keep your businesses safe. We can't assure your security. Okay? Fuck the police. They lie. There is a police-free zone in Seattle now. 6 square blocks. You would think crime would be running rampant, right? Oh my God, the criminals have taken over. It's the purge. Urgh. Go suck Tucker Carlson's cock somewhere else, okay? He's a freaking idiot, and he's trying to divide proud, beautiful Americans. And he's vilifying proud, beautiful Americans who were doing this proud, beautiful American thing. And he's reporting lies, and morons are eating it up. Okay? Stop with your conservative bullshit. Stop looking for someone to hate on. Okay? These people are beautiful Americans who have, by the way, taken over 6 square blocks of downtown Seattle. And there is no crime. You know how I know there is no crime? Because if there was, it would be reported all over the media. They can't wait to tell you what a lawless place it is. We've seen it happen again and again. Right? Okay? They're telling you there's trash everywhere, there's feces, they're fornicating. We've heard this before. They're drug users. They're using drugs down there outside the police station. Don't they have any respect at all? Fuck the police. No, we don't have any respect. We don't even have any respect for your fucking bullshit weapons. Do you not see 90-pound girls standing there against fucking giant fucking heaping men with armor and helmets and shields and guns, and they're shooting the 90-pound girls? Do you not see this? Do you not fucking care? Do you really not give a shit that policing is that broken in America? The protesters have kicked the police out of the area that they were violating their rights last week. The protesters have kicked them out. No police allowed. The protesters have kicked them out, and it is now a far safer place than it was when the cop shop was there. Far less people are being injured and hurt and abused. This is not that complicated to see, unless somehow you want to now buy into the lying media. instead of believing what you see with your own eyes. Okay? The media is there to lie to you. The media is there to divide us. It is the whole point. You know this. And then you immediately buy into their lies and their division for absolutely no reason except for it gives you someone to hate on. Okay? Why? Why are you opening your heart to hate? Once it gets in there, it's hard to get it out. Okay? It's got to be scraped out. And it takes generally multiple people. Can you please try and recognize what you're seeing with your own eyes? Because we've watched it night after night after night. Beautiful, peaceful protesters in a proud American tradition of taking to the streets and demanding that their representative government hear their voices. How much more beautiful can it be? And it's completely peaceful. Until the police decide that a laser being shot onto the wall of a building is somehow now endangering police officers. Police officers are now endangered. All peaceful protesters are requested to leave the premises. And why do they request the peaceful protesters to leave? Why don't they request the criminal element of the protesters to leave? Because once they get the peaceful protesters walking out, then they can label everyone else the criminal element, the violent protesters, which is a lie. Do you know what the people in Portland were throwing last night at the police? Do you know? Do you care? You don't. That's the problem. They were throwing paper airplanes. That's what they're throwing at the police. I watched the video last night after they cleared out the street, and there's paper airplanes everywhere. I watched the Portland video. The Portland police, they had the LRAD device in the streets. They said they're not going to use tear gas anymore, and they brought the LRAD device out. The protesters in Portland stayed there until about midnight, and then they were all getting ready to go home. A bunch of them were just filing out of the park. And all of a sudden, this protest has now been declared unlawful. Peaceful protesters must leave, or you will be subject to arrest and violence. Because that's who the police are. They are violent. They don't know how to deal with peaceful protesters. They don't know how to deal with people suffering from mental illness. You know how they deal with them? They kill them. That's what they did to Kelly Thomas, who was just begging for help. And you want to side with crap like that. You can't wait to get some reason to vilify the protesters. You just eat up the garbage from the police chief of Seattle, who today shown themselves to be absolute liars, along with the garbage media that's there solely to divide you. What's up, Jackie? Yeah, it's just a lie. It's just a lie. The Seattle police chiefs are full of shit. Completely full of shit. And you know what? The garbage media eats it the fuck up. Oh my God, there's armed checkpoints. Where's the video? You know what the first fucking thing that happens when someone says, well, you're going to have to make a donation if you want to go to your business, Mr. Business Owner? The business owner pulls out his phone and says, can you say that one more time? Because I'm afraid I didn't hear you. And the person says it again, and then it goes around the world in seconds. There's zero evidence. And the police chief lied about it. Both of them. The police chief and the co-police chief lied. They're full of shit. Just like all police, just like I've been telling you for years. The cops are professional liars. And boom, you side with the cops. Boom! The fucking scum who these people are protesting against. You fucking boom! I cannot wait to lick fucking cop boot! Keep up, okay? The media, there to divide. The cops, liars. The fucking politicians, there to keep the status quo in place. The real and only true threat to our personal freedom is not these beautiful people marching in the streets in a proud American tradition, celebrating freedom. And those who stand against them clearly have a problem with freedom. Donald J. Trump. In case you don't know who I'm talking about. A threat to the Constitution. Do you know what that means? Alright, so where were we? Bong hit time! I'm ready for a bong hit! So ready for a bong hit! Follow me and do exactly as you see. Okay, so we have Chaz is, for those of you who are not familiar, Chaz is Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. And it is beautiful. No police allowed. They have occupied 6 square blocks, or apparently approximately 6 blocks in the downtown Seattle area, surrounding a police station, the 38th Precinct, East Precinct, I don't know what the fuck it's called. But they have surrounded a police station, and just a few minutes ago, the police chiefs tried to walk into the Seattle Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, and the police chiefs, 2 of them apparently, were told to go the fuck away. You're not welcome here. In case you missed that video, I can play it for you. I will be happy to. It's one of those things that I do. But first, a man has got to have priorities, damn it. Come on, baby. Oh, sparkle. Come on, baby, sparkle for me. Do it, do it, do it. Oh, you bitch. Chaz. Actually, everyone's welcome there, so even you might fit in. Except the cops. No cops. Man, I want to go hang out down there. Nom, 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 nom. Woo! All right, and so, meanwhile, no police allowed in the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, and yet it's basically totally crime free. No police, get the fuck out. The police just tried to enter a few minutes ago. You guys want to see that video? They just tried to enter a few minutes ago and they got turned away. Get the fuck out. You are not welcome. Here, I'll play that for you now.
Right now, we just got new video of two SPD assistant chiefs trying to get to the East Precinct, but they were turned away. Now, check out this video from our chief photographer who's on the ground at the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. It looks like their assistant chiefs, Nolette and Diaz, came down Pine Street trying to get to the East Precinct by themselves, but we're told a big crowd of protesters, you see right there, linked arms and did not let them get very far. Now, we're also getting reports that eventually they did make it into the East Precinct coming from another way. I'm going to make a few calls to see if I can find out exactly what happened here.
The autonomous zone in Seattle's Capitol Hill sparking a war of words between President Trump and both Governor Jay Inslee and Seattle Mayor Jenny Durkan. The president fired off this tweet.
All right, so I wanted you guys to see that. I posted the Twitter shit last night. There's probably some in one of my other clips anyways. But I wanted you to see that. I mean, this is something that, right, you don't see. You don't see, I mean, we watch the protesters night after night not being allowed to enter that area. For 7, 8 nights in a row, completely peaceful protesters not being allowed to enter that area, finally decide to open it up, and now the fucking cops aren't welcome there. Isn't that beautiful? I love power to the people. Hello, caller. What's your name?
My name's Nick, man.
Hey, Nick. How's it going, bro?
What's up, bro? I'm calling from Colorado, and I had a question.
Yeah.
So, like, mainstream media is like saying that there's pretty much like armed anarchists and shit in the street there, but I've been like following it pretty closely, and I haven't seen that many armed people like at all, actually. Like no armed people.
No, there's very, very few armed people. The media is doing everything they can to vilify these people. I posted a video just before we came on the air on this channel, which says that the police chief was lying about that it's clear evidence that Seattle police chief was lying about armed checkpoints in the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone.
Yeah, I'm just kind of worried about like what happened in Waco and stuff. You know, and like. I mean,
but Waco wasn't exactly downtown Seattle, if you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, for sure, man. But like, it just shows you that they don't give a fuck. Like they're like these are kids. You know what I mean? Most of them.
Absolutely, I agree, and that's the whole point. We have to make the fucking world safe for kids, okay? And we can't have these rabid fucking police officers lying. Number one, and I mean, goddamn, that fucking police chief should be out of a job now. You know, and we can't have these fucking cops beating up on children. The cops have just been kicked out of all the Seattle schools, in case you didn't know that.
Yeah, they did the same thing in Denver, where I'm at.
That's freaking awesome, dude. I mean, that is actually genuinely protecting the police, and it tells you something else even bigger: how unnecessary they were in the first place.
For sure, but at the same time, what are they going to replace with the police? I'm worried about like a federalized, like one size fits all, basically like Orwellian police force after this. You know what I mean?
Well, look, I think the people are in the process of trying to take the country or the world back at the moment. So we'll see if it continues or not. But if it goes on and builds, there's a good chance they might just do that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's scary as fuck to me, man. Like, I don't want a big police force. You know, like I want them. I guess tailored to fit the area they served at once, like for one point, and then
right. Like, look. Here's the deal, okay? And I put it really simply, in my opinion, my own opinion. I put this very simply. We all want cops that we can look at like they're heroes. And the cops want to be looked at like they're heroes. So why can't we just come to that same place, this agreement that we want hero cops, and figure out what it takes to get us there, instead of acting like there's no problem, you know? Go ahead.
It's the very nature of the job, I think. You know what I mean? I don't think that you could be a virtuous person and then enforce like a law that somebody didn't vote on necessarily to be a thing. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know, because, well, I mean, I hear you. There's probably some kind of a screw loose inside that brain that thinks that I'm going to be the law in this town. But
for sure.
But at the same time, I don't think that necessarily a person couldn't have virtue and want to, you know, go and trying to do the right thing, you know, when they become a police officer or whatever, you know. I mean, it's just it's hard to hold on to that virtue when you get into a den of evil, right?
For sure, yeah. I agree completely, man. Yeah. Well, I've been watching your post, bro, and I just wanted to say what's up.
Right on.
Me and my wife have been doing dabs, you know, watching.
Nice.
So keep it up, bro.
Right on. Well, Nick, it's good to hear from you. Thanks for calling. I hope you call again, okay? Is things going pretty okay in Denver for you?
Dude, it was like peaceful the whole way, like, you know.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I've been watching. We've been watching Denver here. It seemed like it's totally chill. I mean, you know, the people in Denver are getting enough cannabis. Well, not quite enough, but almost enough cannabis.
Almost enough cannabis. I was worried about the homeless, like mentally ill population caught up in the middle of that, because that's where they all hang out. You know what I mean? Like,
well, again, these are good people, so it would be my guess that it's probably beneficial to have good people around them, you know?
Right, but most mentally ill people have to have like some semblance of a routine, whether that be like.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, so when that's broken, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna definitely affect them way more than it's gonna affect a person that doesn't have those issues to deal with. But yeah, that was our main concern. So, well, all right, brother. Have a good night.
Right on, you too. It's good to hear from you, Nick. Thanks for calling. Call back soon.
For sure. Peace.
See ya. And that's Nick from Denver. Which one of these days we're gonna get to Denver. As long as freedom is legalized in your place, I'm down to go there. One of these days we're gonna get to Denver. Although I don't really look forward to traveling a whole lot. I just want to keep the dog. The dogs like to travel, so maybe we'll go for a trip to Denver once we figure out how to take the live show on the road, baby. And look at Portland. Oh my God. Portland is so beautiful. Is that a marching band? I love Portland. Oh, Los Angeles is back in the tunnel. Everybody's still going. It's still happening. Just wait till it's still happening a month from now. And it's 5 times bigger. It's gonna be awesome. You must support the people in the street. They fight for us all. They fight for a better world. They fight for a better tomorrow. They fight for your children, if your children aren't already out there with them. And they are beautiful. I bet there will be a lot of dancing going on tonight in the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. I am pretty sure of that. And like I said, there's no armed checkpoints. You see the people just walking around. Nobody's checking their ID. Tucker Carlson, everybody's ID is getting checked to make sure that they're allowed in there. Make sure they're Democrats. And people actually believe him. People actually want to think that he's trying to inform them. Oh yeah, there's armed checkpoints everywhere. Oh my God. And look see, this is a park across the street right there. And that is going to get bigger. I'm pretty sure that's going to get bigger. There's going to be bands. There is going to be music. There's going to be dancing. There's going to be tents. People are going to be fornicating and taking drugs. It's going to be beautiful, baby. That's what freedom is. Get used to it. Stop having a problem with freedom and sucking cop. Okay? Stop sucking cop. All right, so if anybody wants to call, telephone number is 805-669-6397. It's 805-669-6397. Mox, 805 Mox News. So we got let's see, we got Portland, we got Los Angeles, and we got the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone covered pretty good. And I don't see no armed guards nowhere. Madam Police Chief, liar. Stupid lying media. How evil is the media to just, they work with the cops to make the cops let the looting happen. The cops get out of the way and let the looting happen. We know it. They fuck with the peaceful protesters. We've watched it again and again and again, and they just stay out of the way and let the looting happen. Okay? And then they want to try, and why? Because that works for them. That works for their agenda, that we need more policing, not more freedom. And then you buy into it, knowing full well that Don Lemon doesn't want the cops defunded. Nancy Pelosi doesn't want the cops defunded. And yet you act like it's a left-right thing. Oh my God, how much more Kool-Aid can you possibly drink? Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Hello.
What's up, Max?
I am doing this thing. What's up with you?
Not much, man. Leaving the bar, about to go smoke a joint at home.
That sounds pretty good.
Hey, man, I think that Trump would legalize marijuana if there wasn't all this other stuff going on.
Trump has had all the time he needs to legalize marijuana. The people that he has as his base, the evangelicals, who don't even know what the fucking Bible says, they don't want marijuana legalized. Trump ain't gonna legalize marijuana. Okay? That's simple. Well, come on, man. Keep up.
I mean, I don't think that he will, but I feel like he could have if all the Russian nonsense didn't go on in this pandemic. And
right, so instead of actually doing something that would have been awesome and people could all be like rallying around it and saying, look what Trump did. He actually did give us some freedom, didn't he? And he could tell us that again and again. Rather than do that, he's gonna fucking go, oh, well, I couldn't do it because of Russia. Yeah, that's bullshit, dude. You know what? Okay?
Well,
He's in the position, just like Barack Obama's in the position, to save children's lives from being destroyed by legalizing weed. And instead, he chooses to keep it illegal. He's a horrible human being, just like Barack Obama.
He's not a horrible human being.
Of course he is. He was a horrible human being long before he ever became president, and this has done nothing to make him a better person.
You judge him because he was born into money. He didn't have any control over that.
I judge him on his deeds, okay? And the things he says. He looks into the camera and says, I don't know anything about Julian Assange and WikiLeaks. And you fucking, what, you don't remember that? Is it because your attention span's only 5 seconds long? How come? You're going to just let Trump look you in the eyes and lie to you like he thinks you're a fucking idiot who doesn't know a goddamn thing. And then, oh, I got to support Trump. Why is that?
He didn't have to run for president.
No, he had to run for president because his ego demanded it.
Do you think that the presidents before him didn't have an ego? Every single president.
Look, man, ego. I've said very clearly over this last 10 days, these protests are 100% the fault of Barack Obama. Okay? 110%. There is no doubt in my mind whatsoever.
Well, it's hard to put it on Barack Obama.
It isn't. It isn't. No, it's not. It's not hard. It's very, very, very simple. If he wanted to change... Let me explain how simple it is. Under Barack Obama's leadership, policing was so bad that an organization had to be formed in order to explain to Barack Obama, Black Lives Matter, Mr. President! Don't you know that?
Oh, some Black Lives Matter. Who was worse? Trump or Obama?
Obama's far worse than Trump. Obama's far worse. Obama, again, this is all Obama's fault, what's happening in the street right here. 100%.
You think Obama was the worst president we've ever had?
Obama was the biggest political disappointment of my lifetime. Boom. End of story. That's all there is to it.
Right. I mean, I wasn't into politics really when Obama was in office, so I can't speak to that very much. But I just wanted to say that if Trump wasn't bombarded with all this stuff, I feel like he might have actually legalized it. But since he's got more important things happening right now,
well, that's giving Trump a lot of credit that he doesn't deserve. Okay, he could have, regardless, legalized it. He still could today. He actually says absolutely nothing about it. So wherever you're getting your information, it's a fucking pipe dream.
I mean, I don't really get my information from anywhere, man. I've just been working a lot lately.
Well,
I haven't been watching news much. I'm not too sure what's been going on.
A man's got to have priorities. Look, Donald Trump is not on your side, and he's an enemy of the Constitution. I can prove that by telling you that Donald Trump has passed laws that said you can't say what you want to say about Israel. If you do, your name goes on a government list. Okay, that is a threat to my freedom of expression. Donald Trump is a threat to our Constitution.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think that he knows that he is who he is because of the United States. So he's not going to turn his back on the United States because that's why he is who he is right now. The United States has allowed him to be successful. So I don't feel like he's going to do bad things.
The police state has allowed Donald Trump to be successful. When Donald Trump says, I love the police, he does, because the police have let him get away with crimes against the little guy for decades and decades. And if it were not for the police, Donald Trump would not even have lived to run for president because he's such a shitty human being. The people that he did business with would have skinned him alive a long time ago were it not for this evil police state that protects evil pieces of shit just like him, just like Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi wouldn't exist without the police state. She doesn't want to change it. Fucking Mike Pence wouldn't exist. Fucking, Mitch McConnell wouldn't exist. Okay, Chuck Schumer wouldn't exist. Fucking Jake Tapper, fucking Don Lemon, they would not exist. Fucking Sean Hannity would not exist without the goddamn police state. So yeah, they're gonna cop suck all they fucking can. And the last thing they're ever going to do is take this tiniest little bit of fucking power away from the police state. So whatever it is that you're thinking about, Donald Trump should be given credit that he would have fucking legalized and gave people back all this freedom is a fucking dream. I don't know where you're pulling that out of your ass, dude. They hate freedom. They love the police state. They don't want power taken from the police state. None of them. Left, right, doesn't matter. It's a lie.
United States isn't the only country that has weed that's illegal. I mean, weed is illegal.
United States, in case you're not aware of it, United States is the reason weed is illegal everywhere in the world. The United States went to the United Nations and insisted that no funds go to any country that has cannabis legal. So you know, the United States made marijuana illegal around the world. They're the fucking police state. They're the world police. They're the ones who want a prison planet. And fucking people making money off of it everywhere you look. Prison, that is. And policing.
Well, we're a nation of rules and laws. We can't just have people
running around. No, we're the land of the fucking free.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a slogan, though. I mean, we're free.
It's not. Okay? We hold these truths to be self-evident. You have the right to live your life the way you want. And second, no one can ever take that right from you. And no one can. Except for the police and the motherfucking government. The only true and real threat to your personal freedom. Of course. Not ISIS, not Russia, not China, not Iran. The politicians in Washington, D.C., and in your state and local governments, and the police that protect them and keep them in their positions of power. That's the only threat, the only real threat to you, the only real threat to your children.
So you'd like to see police reform then, I'm assuming?
Yeah, good call, man. I want to see I want to see the DEA abolished immediately. The DEA has brought us nothing but a heroin epidemic. It's garbage. It needs to end. I want to see the Department of Homeland Security immediately abolished. We do not need the Department of Homeland Security. The only thing that it does is militarize our local police departments and prepare them for martial law against the people. We don't need it. It needs to go.
I gotcha. I think it was Thomas Jefferson who said, he said, if I make my enemy my friend, did I not destroy my enemy? And that's the thing. I mean, to be honest with you, Mox, I've liked watching your show. And, sometimes you piss me off, so I call in.
Good.
But then I realize that, you're cool, and I almost feel like you're my friend. So I don't want to, I don't want to get into it with you too much. But I will say this one thing to you, Mox. The one message that I did get from your show over the last few months that really stuck with me was when you would say, don't give in to the hate. Don't give in to the fear, but mainly don't give in to the hate. And I mean, that's true. People want people to hate each other. And Mox, I feel like you're my friend. I'm only saying this because I like you. I don't know why you've been so mad lately, but I just hope you haven't given in to the hate because that's one of your main messages.
Because
and lately you seem to be very upset. And I just don't want to see you fall into that same trap.
There's this garbage. Like Tucker Carlson talking about these beautiful, proud Americans, like somehow they are evildoers, and people are eating it up with a spoon, okay? And if you want to come out here, not you, what's your name?
Zach.
Zach, if you want to come out here, Zach, not you, I'm sorry, I apologize. If people want to come out here and somehow try and act like these people aren't doing something amazing. I mean, this thing where they have taken over the 6 square blocks in Seattle is fucking mind-blowing. And they're not letting the police in. The police chiefs just tried to enter this area, and the protesters chased them off, dude. It's fucking beautiful, man. How can that not be more beautiful? Okay?
I'll have to check that out.
I can play it for you right after you get off the phone, bro.
Cool, man. We'll check it out. My phone's on 1%. I don't want to cut you off, so I'm going to let you go now before it dies.
Okay.
Cool, man. All right, you have a good night.
Hey, thanks a lot for calling.
No problem, man. Have a good one.
You too. You guys want to see that video? I played it a minute ago. I can play it again. Or you can see it. I can put it in the chat. I mean, the Seattle police chiefs just walked here. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna go ahead and play it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna play the part. We don't need to see the Twitter shit. And sorry about the music, but I like the music, so I'm not sorry. Fuck you. Let's see which one. Oh, Seattle police chiefs not allowed to enter. This is fucking amazing. Okay, this is truly what America should be. Okay, now fuck you, fuck your gun, go the other way. Watch.
Right now, we just got new video of 2 SPD assistant chiefs trying to get to the East Precinct, but they were turned away. Now, check out this video from our chief photographer who's on the ground at the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. It looks like their assistant chiefs, Nolette and Diaz, came down Pine Street trying to get to the East Precinct by themselves, but we're told a big crowd of protesters, you see right there, linked arms and did not let them get very far. Now, we're also getting reports that eventually they did make it into the East Precinct coming from another way. I'm going to make a few calls to see if I can find out exactly what happened here.
The autonomous zone in Seattle's Capitol Hill sparking a war of words between President Trump and both Governor Jay Inslee and Seattle Mayor Jenny Durkan. The president fired off this tweet last night.
All right, so, and we don't need to see the tweets. You want to see the tweets? They're on the Mox News page. Okay, I put them there. I put that up last night. Breaking news. Mayor Durkan tells Donald Trump to get back in his bunker and make the world a safer place. Oh my God, when you get bested by the mayor of Seattle. Wow. Good, smooth move, Trump. Again, bring it on. Okay, go ahead. Just bring it to us, okay? We don't care about your Waco bullshit. These people aren't afraid of you. They're not even a little bit afraid of you. Do you not see them? These little girls standing up. There'll be so many more of them. Just standing there. And you know why they're not afraid of the police? Because they shouldn't have to be afraid of the police. The police aren't supposed to be rabid dogs. The police are supposed to be good people who would protect this little 90-pound girl, not shoot her in the fucking chest, dead center, with a flashbang grenade that immediately stopped her heart. That officer needs to be charged with criminal assault, with a deadly weapon with intent to murder. Immediately. They're not supposed to do that, and they did it anyways. Let's see. I played that clip last night, and it's on the fucking regular, it's clipped out on the regular page, in case you missed it last night. So, I don't know. Look, the telephone number is 805-669-6397. We're doing this. If you can't see that the people are peaceful, if you can't see that they have been peaceful, peaceful. After the cops got out of the way, nobody's gotten hurt. Except for the one guy who got shot by the dickhole who went down there to hurt protesters. Okay? Other than that, nobody's gotten hurt. It's the cops who make the pain. Otherwise, these people, there would be problems. You'd see it. That's all you'd see. Reported everywhere. The evil doings. But what we're finding out is that the reports of evil doings are lies from the Seattle police chiefs. Okay? You got it? The real evildoers are the police. The real people extorting money from Seattle business owners to the tune of $250,000 per security guard is the Seattle police. If you don't give us our $250,000 per officer, we're not sure that we can assure your security, so to speak. The real extortionist. All you people in Seattle who hate fucking taxes so much, figure out who the real extortionists are. The ones who fucking pull people over and ruin their lives so that they can extort money from them. That's who the real extortionists are, and it happens every single day. And it's not just pulling people over. It's, oh, you can't park your car here. We're going to extort money from you. Oh, you're a business owner? We don't give a fuck. Where's your business? We'll be sure to fucking make that a problem for you all the time. Unless you're paying, as long as we can extort money. That's the whole fucking job of the police. Hello, caller. And then they say the fucking protesters are doing that. Threatening them with weapons. The protesters are threatening people with weapons, checking IDs, and extorting money, which is exactly what the police do. Hello, caller.
Hello, Mike. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. It was a good day today. It's been a good day.
It's really pretty
here. This is Al from Illinois, by the way.
Who from Illinois?
Al.
Hey, Al. Good to hear from you, bro.
Good to hear from you too, bro. So, you all went up and did it up there and tried to create your own little anarchist haven, huh?
Look. I've been saying, okay, we watched these people sit here, Al, I know you did. We watched them sit there and not be allowed to move up the street where they wanted to go for days by the police. And I kept saying, get the fuck out of the way. Get the fuck out of the way. They got the fuck out of the way, and boom, nobody's been hurt. The only thing is the fucking cops are butthurt because now they can't get into their fucking police station.
Yeah. It's crazy. I honestly didn't expect. Well, if it was going to happen anywhere, it was either going to be Seattle or some couple of blocks in Detroit somewhere. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's great. Good luck. I hope they can hold it, and hope they can get some change out of it, and not just get a crackdown by a fucking orange tyrant.
Yeah, I look. We all. Actually, I think a crackdown by the orange tyrant is exactly what we need. If we had that, it would just bring out so many more people, dude. So, Donald Trump, if you're listening, bring your little dickless self to Seattle and let's see how that works out for you, big man.
Shit, he ain't going to Seattle. He's going to the fucking UFO tour, the Bill Hicks tour, where the only thing that shows up is fucking UFOs, and he's going to hold his little rallies. And
we'll see what
he's all
happens.
excited about his fucking rallies, man. I'm telling you. He's been cooped up for too fucking long because of this COVID. He needs to go out and,
I agree.
Talk to his people.
The one thing I would bet you that he's looking forward to the most, even more than Playboy Bunny Pussy, is his rallies.
Yeah.
Because the people worship him, and he loves nothing more than being worshipped.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Bunker Boy, though, I was kind of hoping it would end like another infamous Bunker Boy in the past, but unfortunately, he's not even that brave.
Yeah, we'll see. I think if he gets another term, dude, he's going to be all alone in the Oval Office, painting it with his own feces. Probably 3 months into it.
I don't want to be a conspiracy nut, but what I'm seeing going on in the rest of the world, if he gets another fucking term, he may be the last American president. Because I see a coalition forming that's going to just not be good. They're going to make America isolationists again.
Well, it's not just his work. That they've been working on that for a long time. That's a big part. I've always said that's a big part of the plan is that when they finally do the big lockdown in America and they bring out the FEMA camps, happy re-education camps, the American people will cry out to the world, and the world will go, fuck you, you people get what you deserve. Because, we've done nothing to fucking fight the garbage.
No, you're right there. Sorry. Took too much of a hit.
It's all good, bro.
But no, yeah, I agree. It's going to be, you got what you deserve. Thank you for posting the crazy shit going on over there in Israel with their annexation plans on July 1st.
I think it's real important.
I'm getting a lot more information from you than I can find on, of course, the normal U.S. channels. A little bit on Al Jazeera, they're talking about it, but that's a different filter right there altogether.
But they do a very good job of news on the Al Jazeera. If I could get Al Jazeera channel here in the States, I would probably publish it regularly. And there was Al Jazeera United States, and I think they kicked them out. I think they kicked them off the cable.
They probably did. They live stream on YouTube, so that's how I watch them.
Yeah.
So I watch the live feed and Reuters and shit like that just to see what the rest of the world's kind of fucking saying. But pretty much what they're saying is there's COVID still, dumbasses.
I know they're desperate. They're desperate to get the focus back on the COVID all of a sudden, man. I think we're gonna see, and in the next like 3 or 4 or 5, like in the next week, over the next week, there's gonna be this really big push. They're like, oh, look at all the new cases of the COVID. People are just like, oh, fuck you.
Pretty much. I don't think America is going to lock back down on their own unless they see bodies piling up in front of hospitals this time. Well, where it affects everybody knows at least one person who has been seriously ill from it. I mean, I know a few people personally who got seriously ill, but have since recovered. But yeah, I mean, until it starts affecting more Americans, it's not. I mean, we've got 2 million active cases. That's 330 million people.
I don't trust their numbers at all, dude.
I don't either.
Yeah,
I don't either.
I mean, I think
even fucking accurate.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I think that if you look at the how many influenza deaths there were in America between January and May, and then compared it to 2019, what you'd find is it was like 10% of the amount of influenza deaths, and that's just not possible.
Yeah. Considering this was before COVID kicked off and everybody forgot about it, we had one of the worst influenza seasons in the early winter in November and December. I mean, there were school districts all over the Midwest that were completely closed down for 2 weeks due to everybody getting influenza.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, the shit was going around, and then all of a sudden those numbers are fucked up. And then locally, just my local county health department just retracted. I mean, we've had less than 50 cases in the county, but then today they come out and said, 5 of those cases were actually negative. We accidentally put them in the wrong database. So, I mean, they can't even get the shit right for a small little dink town county out here in the middle of BFE, Illinois. How in the hell are they counting actual numbers in New York with any accuracy?
And I've heard that they're getting people sick on purpose, and the goddamn test is, like you said, the goddamn test is not to be trusted. And I really want to be clear about this, you guys. If you do not need really badly to go to the doctor, do not go to the doctor, okay? And do not take their test unless you really, really need to take their test, because once they get you marked COVID-19 positive, it goes on your permanent file in big red letters, just like HIV positive, exactly like that, okay? So do not get the test.
Well, that may be true. I haven't heard anything about that. But
I'm telling you. Well, you have. If you've been Al, I know you have Al. I know you have been watching this channel, and I posted a video about the Pentagon is banning people permanently from ever being able to enter the military. if they've tested COVID-19 possible. This is what I'm telling you. On your permanent record, permanently, big red letters, right at the top. Don't forget.
No, that is true. They have, because they don't know any long-term effects of this, they say. We'll find out soon, I'm sure. But
everybody's going to turn into werewolves, dude.
Well, then, if everybody turns into werewolves, Dwayne was right about the silver. He can start making fucking bullets.
There you go. Dwayne would be really happy about that, huh? Fucking A.
But what did you think about the stock market taking a nosedive today?
I think that the stock market is gonna do. It's like the weather, dude. I mean, you can't. People like to complain about the weather and shit, and I just see the weather. People say this saying people have it is what it is. The one thing that it is what it is the fucking weather. It is what it is. You can't do fucking anything about it, man. It's the fucking weather. But I
heard somebody make the joke that the stock market is nothing more than a graph depicting how the rich people feel today.
So, in other words, I think what's happening is the Federal Reserve is whining about it going to be a winter is coming, and that fucking made everybody go, oh my God, winter's coming.
Well, it could be 1 out of 4 working age Americans are on unemployment, right, or trying to get unemployment benefits right now. And those are just the ones that we actually are trying for unemployment. So that's, we are kind of in an economic crisis on top of a fucking pandemic and just a country that's lost its fucking mind. Kind of a perfect storm. It's perfect to start an anarchist colony, I'll tell you that. I just wouldn't have picked downtown Seattle.
Well, I'm sure that, I'm not sure where to pick. I love downtown. Downtown Seattle has always been very, very good to me.
I've never been there. I'm sure it's a beautiful city.
It's really beautiful
from
city.
All the street cams and shit that I've seen over the last few days. It does look pretty nice down there.
Yeah,
I was actually shocked. The most beautiful American city I'd ever been in is downtown Minneapolis. Clean, modern, nice. The people on the street were friendly. And then, of course, that was before I was even in the Air Force. That was like 20-some years ago. And then now, they're burning their shit down. So
I have heard that Minneapolis is a very, very nice place to. I would love to spend a weekend or a week partying in Minneapolis, but I couldn't live there. Too fucking cold.
Nah, I can't live in an urban area anymore. Too many fucking dumb people. Just I can't. No, I like space. I like rural living, I guess. I've tried it urban, I've tried rural, I've tried suburban, and yeah, I can't never. I would rather live in Detroit than the suburbs again. I'll say that. The suburbs are the most mind-numbingly boring existence ever.
I put it like this: the suburbs are a slow, cruel death, man.
Oh, damn. Where American dream goes to fucking rot. I mean, it's cul-de-sacs. It's disgusting. Anyway, I'm excited. I'm scared. Like I said, we got the economic crisis that we're just now starting to realize is the fallout of that, and it's not looking good. We've got stores that can't get shit from China because China's not shipping it at all to us anymore.
Look, Al, let me just say, okay, but I'll let you go and say all the stuff you want to say. Let me say, again and again and again, I've been like, don't buy into the fear, and you don't want to move from a standpoint of fear, or at least as little as possible, because it's just not a good standpoint. It's not a good starting place.
Well, Actually, it wasn't. It's not so much fear. It's just concern, and I keep my ears perked up because of it. It's no different than stockpiling my pantry and having N95 masks on hand before all this shit happened because I was thinking ahead about possibilities, and I started adding medical masks to my pantry supplies after the first SARS back in the early 2000s, or was it 2004, 2006? Maybe it was MERS. That was 2008. So yeah, it might have been MERS. Once it hit again, I'm like, yeah, I should start fucking, stocking that shit. And that's all I'm saying. It's more from being a prepared standpoint more than anything. I called it Black Summer earlier this year, just being a smartass, but it's looking like it is going to be Black Summer, and it has nothing to do with skin color. I'm talking about sky color, because they're going to crack down again because of COVID. It's coming, and I'm just kind of curious of how everybody's going to react when that happens.
Well, again, I mean, you've seen me. Look, I've tried to keep it really light through all the COVID stuff. I've been like, endless summer forever, baby. Because I love endless summer. And people are like, I'm going back to work. I'm like, oh, no more endless summer? Fuck. So, I mean, look, again, I just think that what has to happen is that we deal with what it is that's happening. What they want is for us to be afraid of what might happen. It's like this shit with this bullshit with even the COVID. That was the whole thing of the COVID. What might happen if we didn't do this, if we don't do this, if we, if you don't wear masks, blah, blah, blah. It's what might, even, they're talking about how the COVID, like back in April, they're saying, they're saying there's going to be a second peak of COVID in the winter, I mean, it's like, it wasn't enough that we're afraid right now. You got to be afraid in the future too, So yeah. I just try and stay in this moment, and it's smart to be prepared. I'll give you that. I could never fault anyone, for being ready for things to go south. That's a very smart thing to do. But just don't move through your life from that standpoint, because it just the fear gets in you, and it's hard to get out, man.
No, that is true. That is definitely true. I try to actually been getting into a routine of meditation lately. Just not so much for anything other than to just kind of, take that breath and calm the fuck down, because last week's been rough because I'm seeing so much crazy shit, and then I see just what I call millions of dumbfounded dipshits. It's a line from a song, and it's disheartening seeing so many fucking idiots.
What do you mean dumbfounded
dipshits? It's these fucking always Trumper idiots. And I say that because even I don't have a problem with conservatives, but fuck, most of when you look at my policy standpoints in government, federal especially, it's always on a conservative, fiscal conservative side, and not a social conservative. Those are fascists.
Yeah, I hear you. Small government is a good thing. Small government is a good thing, and social conservatives
doesn't over fucking spend. Yeah.
And there is no fucking social conservatives who are small government. They want the government's nose in everything. So we're clear.
Yeah, because they want, including your fucking genitalia.
Exactly.
Fuck that. No, and I did it well, and I don't like big government on the left either. I don't need a big fucking daddy with the people stick telling me to fucking,
I hear you.
Milk more cows or some shit.
Al, I say it's the left and the right. It's not the Democrats. It's not the Republicans. Both of them have brought us to this point right here, man. And
I know.
And they again, they're going to get up there and they're going to press this divide. This is the problem. The media presses the divide. They're not even really saying different things. They're just talking to different people. You know.
But I'm wondering though.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if what we're not seeing is the birth of an actual left in this country. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
America has a center party and a conservative party. We don't actually have a left worker-oriented blue-collar hero party.
I don't believe that there's really any genuine liberals or conservatives, dude. You know. I mean, yeah. I mean, if they're, you know, and those things are beautiful if you're actually real, but they're not genuinely liberal. It's like they call Barack Obama the most liberal president in history, and that's fucking idiotic, dude. You know?
What is liberal about removing habeas corpus?
Yeah.
What the fuck is liberal about that? I'm serious.
Look,
what in the fuck
there's
is
nothing
liberal-minded about the assassination list, death from drones? There's nothing fucking liberal. He deported more fucking people than Trump has. He had 2 terms. Trump could catch up. But I mean,
but that's the point. See, that's the whole point. Is that there is no liberals, there is no conservatives. They're the same fucking bullshit, which is endless wars of choice forever. That's the real party, and there's only one. They just pretend to be 2 so that they can divide the people and conquer them, and and play on their fucking whatever their prejudices are, so to speak.
Yeah, divide and conquer.
Yeah.
Which is funny. Did you actually happen to take time to read the entire statement General Mattis wrote the other day?
No, I didn't actually see the entire thing. Did you?
Yeah, I read that shit. I was in the military, and for whatever reason that when I went through the fucking mind fuck that boot camp is, I came out a stamped fucking warrior mentality, and that's the military is my gang. You know what I mean? I was forged into manhood in the military, so that it's always going to stick with me. And it's funny because when I was in the military, it was the most diverse workplace I'd ever been in. It was the most diverse housing situation I'd ever been in. I was a little white kid from northern Michigan. There was 3 people of color in my entire freaking county. So, I mean, it was a hell of a culture shock. But that diverse group of warriors, we got shit done. And we got shit done real well. And there wasn't a lot of issue between the races. I mean, yeah, people have their biases because everybody does. And,
it's part of the programming.
It's part of the programming. It's part of culture, too.
Yeah.
I mean, if you grow up not exposed to any people of color, they are alien to you. If you grow up in a barrio and never learn English and always get by in America learning Spanish, anybody who doesn't speak Spanish, you're going to be off on.
Yeah. It's worse than that though, Al, because if you grow up not being exposed to black people, but you watch television and media, and the black people have shown and they've been shown as criminals and such, low life.
Exactly.
I mean, so
where I grew up in northern Michigan, the southern part of the television stations that I would watch are all the Flint and Saginaw and Bay City, where there was a large African American population, large shit. There's all sorts of minorities the farther south you go in Michigan, but up north, you've got white people and a few Indians, and that's about it. Anyway, that's all you would see on the news were stories of gang violence or drugs, and this person got pulled over and found with pounds of marijuana, and always showing their mug shots. We never see about anybody winning awards, not saying they weren't, because there were people fucking doing amazing things, winning scholarships, valedictorians. They never celebrated any of that.
Yeah.
They did in the white community, and for the white community, these great kids who went out and did great things. But they never paid attention to that coming out of the urban areas. Out of the urban areas, it was all about the crime, keeping people scared of their neighbors, scared of how bad their neighborhood is.
Right. We don't want those people here.
Yeah, well,
we need stronger policing to make sure that doesn't happen here.
Yeah. Funny because all those local news stations get money from an organization called Crime Stoppers.
Mm-hmm.
And Crime Stoppers is created by the Fraternal Order of Police to help funnel money to news stations to get better press coverage.
I didn't know that was true, but that makes a lot of sense.
Well, I don't know 100% if that's true. That's my understanding of it. I've read a few things that kind of point that direction, but it's...
Well, what I can tell you is that the local police the local news media, your local nightly news at noon, they want to have very, very good relationships with the police. So that if there's ever anything going on, they know what's happening and they know who to talk to and who to contact and right, they, you know what I'm saying? They want to have excellent relations. The last thing they want to do, it's like with this shit about listen then. It's like with this shit about the armed checkpoints and the extorting of money from business owners in this fucking area in Seattle, right? It's such a fucking lie, and it came directly out of the police chief's mouth and straight into the media, and now it's all over the fucking media, and it's a complete fucking lie.
Well, yeah, of course, because they're the only freaking group of people who are allowed to lie and get away with it in a legal stance.
They're professional liars. They're professional liars.
Professional fucking liars.
Yeah.
And beggars, apparently, because they can't do their job without all this millions of dollars of funding. I'm kind of curious because when you look at the stats, the crime stats of the amount of types of crimes reported to the number of crimes actually solved, where they figured out who did it, even if they couldn't get it, they figured out, he's overseas and, they can't extradite or whatever. They still figured out who did said crime. When you look at those stats, the best they're good at is figuring out murders. And they're only 50% of the time do they catch the guy. Huh. And then it just gets worse. For every reported rape, only 13% get solved. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's idiotic, dude. I mean, what are we paying for? If they can't do their job, then we should be defunding them. And they're talking about how because of this Capitol Hill autonomous zone, that the police have it takes them twice as long now to get to people, so if there's and they're only able to go out to rapes, they can only, they can't go to car prowlings and stuff like that, only for rapes and murders and gunplay. That's the only reason that they'll go out now. And you know what, if you're getting raped, if you're getting murdered, and they say it usually takes 5 minutes for them to respond, which is a bullshit, but they say it usually takes 5 minutes. If it takes them 5 minutes to respond to you getting murdered, you're fucking dead. Okay?
Yeah.
So they ain't protecting you.
I mean, that's why I've always supported the Second Amendment, because you said it it's almost cliche, but I love it. When seconds count, cops are minutes away.
Yeah, well.
And that's why I am a big proponent of the Second Amendment. I'm also a big proponent of going out and taking some fucking jujitsu classes, roll around on the fucking mat, learn how to use your goddamn body to protect yourself.
Right. And even more than that, it's so important to learn how to fall properly. Learning how to fall properly.
You learn that in those classes too.
If you're 60 years old and you don't know how to fall properly, you could be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Oh,
but yeah, I recommend. I'm a big supporter of the Second Amendment. And I look at it a little bit differently. I see that without the Second Amendment, all the other amendments would no longer exist. That's simply the way I see it.
No, I think it comes down to it was a good contract for the time. I think it definitely needs to be fucking updated. And we haven't updated it in quite a long time. We couldn't even update it to make it so that it said in fucking law, black and white, both. We couldn't get an equality bill passed. What the shit? took 40 years to get the states to do this, and why was that? Lobbying.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's because
was it you that showed the video? Speaking of lobbying,
yeah.
Did you show a video today about Apex gave our fucking Congress people the okay to vote in good conscience? Did you post that?
Yeah, did you like that one?
I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, I deserve a tip for that video, people. Come on, what's happening here?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. That was fucking amazing. I was like, what the fuck is this? Oh my god. Nobody's paying attention. They're too worried about a bunch of anarchists playing house in Seattle.
The COVID's gonna get us all, man.
Hey, I hope that they stay there until they get a jobs program that gets those 40 million Americans back to fucking work. Or some way that we can fucking support ourselves. Yeah, I mean, I personally am not affected by the job loss in my household, but there are people who I'm close to who haven't had a paycheck in, we're going on almost 4 months now.
Yeah, that's scary as fuck, dude.
Yeah, and they qualify for unemployment. The unemployment backlog to get into the system is so fucked up here in this state that it is taking months for people to get the checks that they should be getting. They didn't lose their job for any fault of their own.
Yeah. Well, then hopefully that they'll get a big fat back pay check, dude. You know.
Yeah, if they the problem is being able to stay under a roof.
Right, I hear you.
I mean, check's going to be real good when you're living in your car. You know
well, in Washington State, they have a eviction moratorium during the COVID-19. They're not allowing anybody to be evicted.
Yeah, I'm just afraid that those are going to lift before people are actually able to get safely on their feet.
Yeah, I hear you. I worry about what fucking shoe is going to fall next, man. You know?
That's 2020. What a fucking year, man.
The year of the rat. We should have seen it coming. It had plague written all over it.
Yeah, plague and rat politicians and rat cops, and it's got rat all over it. All right, bro. Well, I'm gonna take off now. My battery's about dead. You have a good evening.
Hey, Al. Thanks for calling. It's good to hear from you.
All right.
Talk to you soon. Bye. And that's Al. And I'm ready for a bong hit. Anybody else ready for a bong hit? Who's ready for a bong hit? You want to play the SPD not being allowed to go to the police station again? I love that video. Cops not allowed into the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. I love that. That's fucking beautiful. Do you know what a giant thing Tucker Carlson's going to make about that tomorrow? He's going to go, oh my God, these people wouldn't let the police into their own police station. Oh my God, his hair's going to be on fire. He's going to be literally pulling his hair out, talking about how these poor Seattle police officers can't even get into their own police station because of these evil, evil bastards. What a joke. We're not afraid of you. We're not afraid of your guns. We're not afraid of your joke media. We're not afraid of you. Okay? Figure it out. And we got all your politicians' number. We know you're not on our side. We know you both sides, Republicans and Democrats, led us to this moment in history. We know this. This is all Barack Obama's fault. He could have kept this all from happening. Guaranteed. And did nothing. So much nothing that under his leadership, a organization titled Black Lives Matter had to be formed in order to make sure the President of the United States, Barack Obama, understood that Black Lives Matter. That's who Barack Obama was. So when he starts talking about how to get us out of this, fuck him. Okay? He's the one who got us into this. Don't forget. And where's all the criminals, right? If we defund the police, if we kick all the police out, if we abolish the police force, it's gonna be the purge. Well, you know what? There ain't been no police down there for days. Those people look pretty happy, pretty content, pretty well medicated. And I guarantee you there's going to be dancing in the streets tonight. Because all you have to do is get out of the way of the people. Give them their freedom. Let them go where they want, and they'll simply dance. It's what they want to do. They want to dance and dance and dance and dance and dance. Who doesn't? It's what life is about. Celebration. Love. Sharing. Sharing. That's what life is about. And no cops. How can that? I mean, I love these guys, you know. No cops. I love that video of the cops not being allowed down there. No police. You'll have to go the other way. Which is exactly what the police did to them for like 8 days, right? We watched it. The protesters wanted to go up this street. The police said no. Police said no. And then the police got out of the way. And now the protesters won't let the police in there. How's it feel, copper? At least we're not shooting you, dropping grenades on you, hitting you with pepper spray and tear gas, treating you civilly. You don't show us the same respect, do you? Yeah, you're not welcome. With good reason. You have brutalized all these people. They don't want that in their community. Don't come back. Stay out. We don't want you here. You're not welcome. We don't let rabid dogs into our community. How can you see anything but beautiful, right? Look at all the people in Portland. Fuck yeah! Oh, I love Portland. How can you think this is anything but beautiful? There's no violence. There's no only when you add the police is there violence. And when the police stand down, it ends. Okay, this is a cop-free zone, right? What we've been told all our life is if there's not cops, that there'll be the criminals will run wild, right? Isn't that what we're supposed to believe? That if the cops aren't allowed to stomp on everyone, given free rein, that the criminals will run wild. Well, they're not even welcome in this area. They're not even they were turned away. I've shown it a couple of times already today. They were turned away. You're not welcome, go away. It's a beautiful thing. Hello, caller.
Hello. My name is Playground of Sound.
No, it's not.
I have a YouTube channel, and you know what? I'm here to answer any questions that you have.
I don't have any questions.
You don't have any questions for me currently?
No.
I got some questions for you.
Uh-huh.
So, you like tuna?
We already had this discussion.
No, this is a new guy.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. So I want to talk about the cops. Do you want to talk about the cops? Because we can talk about the cops because it seems like it's your favorite subject. We're talking about the cops. Okay,
My favorite subject is freedom. My favorite subject is freedom.
Okay, so there's a bunch of people that took over freedom and they're living as homeless people in the streets. Go.
What problem? What's the problem, dude?
They had homes, but now they're homeless. Seems kind of, and then they're like spray painting shit.
They're
kind of a little bit weird.
Celebrating.
They're celebrating.
In the
it's
streets.
A big party.
They're dancing in the streets. We've seen that night after night, in case you're not paying attention.
They're dancing in the streets. Wasn't that like a song or something?
Yes, and that's what's happening.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, you know what I'm doing? I'm sailing. Sailing. Okay, so, yeah, I had to get away from all this shit. I had to go out there and sail. And currently, I swear to God, I think you should go. I think you should go there. I think that you should go to this city, this new city in the middle of the goddamn planet Earth, over there in Seattle, and you should talk to Chaz personally, and then you should talk to all his fucking his people, and you should just try to find out what the quality of living is like there, and I'd like to know because I'm really highly concerned that these people might be onto something, you know, breathtaking, you know, changing the world. They're changing the world right now.
Maybe. We'll see.
So, do you think that the cops are, these people are not letting the cops in? These people are not letting the cops in right now?
I've already shown that they're not letting the cops in twice. I've already shown that twice tonight.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's fucking crazy. These people, they're tough. Super tough. Super intelligent.
They're
also
free.
These motherfuckers are like
they're free.
MacGyver plus James Bond 2.0, and there's a bunch of them. There's a whole fuckload of them. They know how to build tents, and they know how to make grilled cheese, and they don't even have a fire. They just slap some cheese on a piece of bread, fold it over, fucking sell it for $9. Probably.
Actually, the food
That's what I'm thinking.
The food is free there.
Food is free.
Food is
free.
Yep.
There.
It's free.
Currently.
It's free.
Free. It's free.
The local businesses are coming over and providing them with all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, they're like, get the fuck out of there.
Nope. They're like, stay forever. We're good with that.
They're like, can you please just like, here's some food, go home. Just like, you know,
that's not what's happening. That's not what's happening.
I need to open my business back up, and I don't want you smashing my shit.
They're not smashing anything, dude. Are you not paying attention? How come you're not paying attention? There's nothing smashed there. There's nothing smashed. Why are you not paying attention?
Y'all don't have no money.
What?
Y'all don't have no money.
You don't know who they are.
Here's some food. Just go the fuck home. What are you protesting for? Because I feel like there's a lot of people, and I'm telling you, it's getting away from everybody. It's just turning into an Occupy for no reason. It's like we're gonna take over this area. We're gonna fucking show our amazing IQ. Shout outs to Mike from SoCal that's got the most highest IQ I've ever heard in my fucking life. Brown nosing like I've never ever seen before. I swear to God, these people over there, they are just going to police themselves. They're taking over this whole thing. Oh my fucking God. This is brilliance like I've never seen before in my entire existence. These people.
Why are you so threatened by this, Matthew?
These people think they are.
Why?
MLK.
Why are you so threatened by this?
All of a sudden, they're being
why?
MLK.
Just tell me why you're so threatened by this. By freedom. Of course you are. You talk it down, you bash it, you belittle them. You don't have the balls.
Through real life experiences, and taking a look at my behavior, and through
that is the street, by the way, where this is located. That is
yes, these people are going to have to take a look at their behavior after this.
The police station. There's a block right there. There's a park right there across from the street. It's going to be packed full of people. This is just going to get bigger. They own it. It's theirs. And you're threatened by it. Why exactly? Why are you threatened by it? Why are you threatened by it?
Well, I'm not threatened by it, but I tell you what, when you need to call the cops, go ahead and fucking call a crackhead to come save you.
Yeah.
Or at least write a report.
I don't need to call the cops. Why do you live in this land where you fear that sometimes you're going to have to call the police?
They can keep doing it over and over again. They can just keep stalking you and terrorizing you. And
I've had stalkers before. It's not that.
And I tell you what, when you motherfuckers, like, all of a sudden, these people show up to your house and you use your firearm to fucking
I don't have a firearm.
Eliminate the threat. When you eliminate the threat of somebody, you have multiple reports of these people threatening your life. They are fucking harassing you. They keep coming over to your house. And finally, they came over to your house and tried to hurt you. And you're now not going to prison because you knew the laws. And I tell you what, I'm on the side of law and order because in reality, there's huge prisons out there just filled with people that basically did not take a look at their behavior and learn from their mistakes, and they don't give a fuck. And I say, how about try giving a fuck? And I say, go out there and look at.
How about the prisons are supposed to reform them? How about the fact that the prisons are supposed to
these people?
You don't care. You don't care about the facts, dude. So stop spouting them like you own them. You don't give a shit. You don't care that these people are peaceful.
I don't really have it. I haven't said any facts. I'm just like.
You couldn't care less that these people are peaceful.
My
you couldn't care less that they have the right to be there. Okay, so.
Dude, when you are trying to vandalize and destroy property and call that peaceful, you have no right to be there, man.
There is only the police station,
it's not your sidewalk. It is their sidewalk. Not just your little group sidewalk.
Well,
I think this is very fucking selfish of these people to have done all of this.
Really, they're the selfish ones, Matthew. Is that right?
They're completely selfish.
Yeah.
They're selfish as fuck. They have the attention span of a gnat, just like Mike from SoCal. And it's completely pathetic. You know, I can't wait till the landlord goes over there and starts fucking trying to collect the rent in their free speech, free cop zone. No, what it's gonna be like? Don't tell on Chaz, man. Don't tell on Chaz. Let's just try to fucking kiss his ass so we could just keep fucking living on the streets. I actually used to have a fucking house, but now we're over here and I can't admit it that I'm wrong, and so we just have to keep this going. We gotta keep this going, man.
You really sound pretty threatened by this, dude. Whatever.
I'm totally fucking. I'm so scared of these people.
clearly you have a problem with it. There's
Right,
no doubt about that.
Well, if you're not so scared, I think you should guys go down there and get some live film of you going and talking.
Well, maybe we'll do that.
Get out of the fucking house, get some drone footage, fucking go talk to them.
It's a possibility.
You're rooting for these people, and they're fucking right down the road from you. All the greatest people ever existed in America
are other things going on
right down the road from you currently.
Yeah, I agree. That is one of the most amazing things going on in America.
Take your fucking dog out there. They love fucking animals.
I will. I see lots of dogs out there.
Yeah, let them fucking pet your dog.
Am I supposed to be afraid of that?
No.
Why are you so afraid of everything, dude?
I'm telling you,
you're not going to go out anywhere.
Just go take your dog down there, let them pet your dog. Hey, I just want to ask you, if your dog defecates in the street, will you brown bag that shit?
I have 20 dog poo bags on me all the time.
Right now, currently?
No, I don't have my...
That's amazing. You have 20 dog poo bags on you right now? That's fucking insane. They shit 20 times? That is... No. These guys are fucking shitting constantly.
But sometimes other people need a bag, too. I've never heard
of a dog shitting. Well, I seen a dog shit one time. It just sprayed all over the wall. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
I bet you
did. He just walked away like nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Bye. God, that guy is lame. How did you get so lame, Matthew? What happened to you? Oh, I forgot. You got a cop dick stuck in your mouth. Right? Can't get off your knees. Otherwise, you'd have to stop licking cop boot. Can't lick cop boot if you get off your knees. I don't. Look, be on whatever side you want to be on. These people are on the side of freedom. And why are you threatened by that? You know, that's some petty little thing inside of you. And you want to reduce them down to nothing. So, you know, these are good people. These are brave people. These people just chased away the Seattle police chiefs. How much cooler can you get than that? Hello, caller.
Hey, Max the Fox, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Pretty good. I just been paying attention to Chaz Bono.
Yeah?
Yeah, Chaz. It's like, tell me if I heard this right. They were calling for soy. They needed soy.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I heard they were running out of food, and they're saying that they needed soy.
Yeah, well...
We're running out of food. Can someone get us soy?
From what I understand, they're giving away food, and the local businesses are rallying around behind them, bringing them all kinds of supplies.
Is that what's happening? The local businesses are
this place where they're at is a serious neighborhood that supports the people. Okay? I'm pretty sure that's why they chose this spot. They can stay there. The local businesses will support these people to stay there forever because it is a neighborhood and they all act as if it is. In case anybody's not familiar with Capitol Hill.
So,
and look at all that food. Hey, can you see the screen right now? Okay, can you see it? Can you see it? Yes or no?
Yep, I see it.
Okay, he was just showing a bunch of a big stockpile of food. Okay, it switched off of it. I don't know what happened, but he was just showing there was cases and cases of water, and there was big bunches of oranges and all kinds of other stuff there. All kinds of food. So they can stay there for as long, and it's free. Anybody needs the water, anybody wants something to eat, it's free.
So if everybody in America just decided to go over there, let's say everybody in the surrounding area, the surrounding counties, they're going to be able to feed them all?
I think that if they go there, I don't think anybody goes anywhere expecting to get stuff for free. If you do, you're really not from Seattle. But if you go there, there's a good chance that you can get water, you can get a meal for free.
I mean, I just don't know how long that's going to last, how long that's sustainable.
Like I said, the local businesses are supporting them wholeheartedly. This is a neighborhood.
Yeah, the local businesses aren't getting businesses.
You don't know what's happening. You just don't have a fucking clue, dude. You think that all these people aren't going to go and support those businesses that just dropped off a couple cases of water?
The businesses are shut down. They're boarded up because they've been ravaged by looters and rioters.
You're hilarious. You really just don't have a clue, do you?
Yeah, look at all the businesses. They're not open.
That is a police station. There's a business right there that appears to be open. Someone walking through a business. Some kind of restaurant.
I don't see a bunch of people. I don't see anybody in there.
Well, maybe they're just reopened. Who knows? But it's clearly open, isn't it?
I don't think they're going to be doing great business. I don't think they're going to be able to...
Well, you don't seem to think anything positive about anything, do you?
No, I think they're already calling for soy. They said, bring us soy, because they're a bunch of soy boys.
And somehow, is that your big joke that you're trying to get to about the soy? You got it? Did you get your little one-liner out there?
They're literally calling for soy. They needed soy. They needed their soy intake.
Dude, I just showed a giant pile of fucking groceries. Okay? If you can't fucking pay attention with your own eyes, then I can't help you. Okay? Stop acting like an idiot.
It's only for black people.
Oh, that is so fucking racist. You have a problem, don't you?
No, white people aren't allowed to eat that. That food is for Black Lives Matter people.
That's just ridiculous, man. You don't know Seattle at all. You don't know Seattle at all.
Did you see them kicking out? Did you see when the cops went in there and walked through the middle?
I posted it.
They couldn't do nothing. They walked right through.
They
couldn't do nothing.
The cops were told to leave. The cops couldn't get into that area. No, they did not. They walked out. They would all walk down and told to go the fuck away. And they turned around and left.
No, they walked through and they walked right into the building.
That's incorrect.
Through the crowd, into the building.
Oh, there was no people there when they did that. You talking about this morning?
I'm talking about the female cop and the male cop.
No, they
walked
didn't.
Through the crowd.
No, they didn't.
Into the building.
That's not the video I got.
You missed the other one. You missed the other video where they would just walk through and the protesters got all pissed off because the cops came through, but they couldn't do nothing about it. They didn't have the balls to attack the cops because they know they would have got shot.
Dude, I just showed the video of them fucking walking away with their tail between their legs. So fuck you. You're a liar. I just showed the video.
They didn't do that, Mom.
Yes, they did. I just showed it. The fucking news commentator just explained it, word for word. So whatever, you can't keep up, that's not my fault. You don't believe your fucking own eyes, that's not my fault. Okay? You don't care about the truth.
You don't care about the military.
Fuck the military.
The soldiers who defend our country from terrorists.
The soldiers who can't fucking beat guys living in caves and mud huts after 20 years in Afghanistan. They're going to come down and they're going to clean out these fucking people? No, I don't care about the fucking military. Defund the motherfucking military too. Immediately. We don't need a fucking ever-growing Pentagon budget to create more and more havoc all over the fucking world. Defund it now. These people want peace. I want peace.
American, when at least I know I'm free.
Okay, you're not going to get away with that song. That is some garbage, okay? That fucking song, okay? Anybody who's making money off a song about proud to be in America or 911 is evil, okay? Unless they give every penny of that money to fucking charity. They're just playing you for suckers. Like Donald Trump. And you just fucking eat it up. What the hell, man? Okay, I just showed a big pile of groceries right there in the center block. Cases and cases of water. It looked like 10 cases of water and enough food for, to feed a bunch of people. A lot of food. So, you don't have to, and it's coming from the local business owners. Because again, this neighborhood where they're at is a little community. And they all like the idea of it being a little community and them all knowing each other and them all knowing how they think and feel and blah, blah, blah. Very touchy-feely community. Okay? And I guarantee you those local business owners are supporting them. And I'll bet you money the reason the cops had to come out and say, oh, well, we actually made up the story about checkpoints, armed checkpoints, and business owners being extorted. The police I have that video right here. The police just fucking explained, oh, well, we don't actually have any reports of that. Which means they fucking lied, okay? The reason that they had to fucking stop saying that, the reason that they had to actually reveal that it wasn't true, that they are liars, is because of local business owners going, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay? We're a community here, and we support these people. I guarantee you that's what happened, and that's why the cops had to backtrack. Guarantee you. Okay? And the bullshit media fucking spread that shit as fast like wildfire as they could. The lies from the bullshit police chief. Meanwhile, look at these people. Free food. They're not checking people's IDs. Who checks people's IDs? The motherfucking cops. They're not threatening people with weapons. Who threatens people with weapons? The motherfucking cops. They're not extorting people. Who extorts people? By giving them tickets, by arresting them, by making it so that they have to fucking pay. The motherfucking cops. On a regular basis. It's basically what they do. They're big old fucking thugs who walk around and extort people and check their IDs. Show me your papers. Okay? Not these people. These are beautiful, proud Americans who are fighting that. Okay? They're standing up against that. Recognize the media for it being there to divide us. Recognize the politicians being there to divide us. Okay? None of the media wants the police defunded. None of the politicians want the police defunded. Why? Because the politicians can exist. The evildoers cannot exist without the police state in place. You understand? I've explained this multiple times now. None of these people, these evil politicians who keep their positions forever, they would not exist were it not for the police state constantly protecting them and helping them and allowing them to get away with their evil deeds, right? Leading us into a war based on lies, killing 1 million innocent Iraqi people in the good name of Americans, spending trillions of dollars, putting our good, proud soldiers into harm's way based on lies for no other reason but to get fucking rich people more rich. Okay? And the Democrats and the Republicans, Joe Biden, George Bush, they did this together. Hillary Clinton, they all worked together to make this happen. They're not our friends. They're not here to help us. They are the ones who created and funded the police state and keep it in place every day, 24/7. And they're not about to change that. And it doesn't matter whether they have a D next to their name or an R next to their name. And if you're not smart enough to figure that out, then maybe you deserve the government that you get. I think most of these people have figured it out. They want the mayor of Seattle to resign immediately. And by the way, the Black Lives Matter leaders, the leaders of Black Lives Matter, called out to black people in Seattle. So you know whose side you're on, Matthew. The leaders of Black Lives Matter called out to the black people in Seattle to say, you need to come down to this Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone and take the protest back from these people. These people are not. I support the chief of police. This is what the Black Lives Matter leadership is saying. I support the chief of police in Seattle, and all the black people need to come down and take this Capitol Hill. This is not what our protest is about. How fucking stupid are you? Can you not see the giant Black Lives Matter painting, mural that's gone up immediately across from the police station? Gigantic, huge. Yeah, this is not what this protest is about. Don't you fucking tell us what the protest is about. The protest is about whose streets? Our motherfucking streets. Okay? So Matthew, go side with Black Lives Matter somewhere else. You don't want to see how beautiful these protesters are in Seattle. Okay? This is fucking amazing. They have declared themselves separate from the United States of America. It's freaking awesome. How can you not cheer them on? And Portland, fuck yeah. Look at Portland. Portland, you are beautiful, baby. Hello, caller.
I just tried to transfer Michael to you. I don't think it went through. Let's try again.
You want me to hang up? Am I supposed to hang up?
It's not going through. I don't know. Is he there, Michael?
Hello? You want me to hang up?
Yeah, let's hang up and get Michael back. Somehow I lost him.
Okay. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh, Portland. Portland is so beautiful right now. And so fucking peaceful. Those people could tear the motherfucking city to the ground. That's not what they are about. Open your eyes and see the truth. Look at Portland. Fuck yeah. Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. What's up, Michael? Didn't get it again? Weird. I don't know what's happening. What's happening? I think our phone lines went down. I think our phone lines are broken. Lemonade. Lemon ginger. These are the best gummy food ever. Lemon ginger. You see it? Lemon ginger? Or ginger lemon. So good. It's got like just a little hint of fire. Hey, baby. I think our phone lines are broken. All right. So, we have Portland here in the upper left-hand corner. In case you're having trouble making it out, there are literally a sea of people there. Hello, caller.
This is Chaz from North Carolina, boy.
What's up, Chaz?
What are you talking about America for? This is Jesus. I'm calling you from the spaceship Atlanta.
Okay,
boy.
Good.
What does Chaz mean, Michael? C-H-A-Z.
It means Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone.
Oh, well, I see.
The protesters in Seattle have taken over 6 blocks of the city, and they have declared that outside the United States of America, no longer part of the United States.
That's a very interesting development.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah, that's kind of creative. That's a creative protestation. That's pretty cool, man. And so they're having. I didn't tune in until somebody told me I had the highest IQ in the dog kingdom. But yeah, that's. I mean, they're dropping off groceries, and maybe they can make their own money. You know, start their own police force with brooms and mops.
It doesn't matter. I love what they're doing now. I mean, the cops tried to get in there earlier today. This morning, the cops walked into the police station, and they walked through it, and it was just the way they left it. But this afternoon, about half hour before we went on the air, 2 police chiefs tried to go in, and they wouldn't let them into the autonomous zone. They said, "No cops. You're not welcome here."
Well, how's the numbers? Are they about the same as yesterday, or did they increase?
I think it's kind of a nighttime thing, really.
They show up towards dark.
Yeah. It starts to get...
It's hot as hell here. How hot is it there?
It's about 75, I think. But that's hot, man. You don't know. That's hot
for
here.
You. That's
Yeah.
a pleasant day for me, man. It's almost 100 here every day.
Yeah, but it's different. You know what I mean? It's like wherever you're at, it's different. I'm telling you, that's fucking hot here, dude.
Chaz, brand new world, brand new word. Pretty soon you're gonna have all kinds of words popping up like that. Every city's gonna have a autonomous zone.
We'll see. That would drive Donald Trump crazy.
Oh yeah, I think he might he might have to go see the doctor for some new medicine. You heard those conspiracy theories about how Donald Trump takes a form of speed. I think it's ephedrine or something like that. Have you ever heard about that?
No.
No? Oh, I'm sure somebody knows more about it than I do. But yeah, supposedly in some of those, I guess they're like cough or flu remedies. There's some norepinephrine or something like that, which is a mild form of, I don't know, dexedrine or something. And they say some camera caught a whole drawer full of that in Donald Trump's apartment, you know, and they say that's why he's always so amped, because he takes those medicines, and he's actually a Low-level speed freak.
Well, you know, I mean, I look at him and I can tell that sometimes he doesn't sleep for days. So, you know.
Well, he's you know, anybody who can't laugh at themselves, takes themselves so fucking seriously like that, whether they're president or just your neighbor, they got something wrong with them, you know, because that guy, it's not like he actually, the only sense of humor he has is in putting somebody else down. That's not a sense of humor, you know. You got to be able to laugh at yourself if you really want to try to get close to being a full, complete human being, you know. You don't take yourself that fucking seriously. Like, you know, he thinks all these protests are about him, and they're not. And, you know, he wouldn't mind if 100 people got shot as long as he gets back his streets.
You know, I don't think that he is going to mind about any, you know, ugly, he called them ugly, I don't know if he said anarchist or what, but he called them ugly protesters or whatever. Why does he have to do these little children, you know, jabs? You know what I mean? You can't just call them protesters. These protesters have to go. They're lawless, whatever. It's got to be ugly, and you know this, like, you know what I mean? This little childish shit.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Since my IQ is so fucking high, I'll tell you, every psychopath I ever met was full of put-downs, both the malignant kind and the covert kind. They're full of put-downs, exactly like the kind Donald Trump hefted on our peerless New York talk show host, Rosie O'Donnell. Every day he's picking on Rosie, picking on Rosie, picking on Rosie. Rosie's friends with Madonna. Rosie's friends with David Bowie. Rosie is cooler than Donald Trump could ever be. Oh, I'm glad you threw that up. I was going to throw you down $10. Throw down the other one.
I did.
The other one.
I did.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Patreon.
GoFundMe.
And there are 3 of them?
Yeah, GoFundMe. I put it in there. I put it in there. You can't see it? The third one?
Only 2 of them.
Oh, I put it in there. I can see it. I don't know why you can't see it. I'll put it
there
in
we
again.
are.
Oh,
That's
you can see
the one I use. GoFundMe. Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. It's like, you know, every fucking...
You're the only... By the way, you're the only person who donated this week, so you know.
Well, no shit. Well, I'll donate it some more because I got a high IQ and I got a special set of skills. And Matthew, I'm going to find you. And I'm going to get really mean.
Well, just ask Craig how much he wants for his address. He'll let you have his address. Craig got his address.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I got a special set of skills, Matthew. I'm coming for you. How do you say good luck, Matthew? Okay. I don't even know who that guy is. But, yeah, it's all groovy, man. It looks, I'm glad they're sustaining the effort. Washington, D.C. looks a little empty.
Well, I think it's gonna, you know, this, like I said yesterday and the day before, this weekend is gonna be the big thing. You know, if they come into this, if the people go into the streets again this weekend, it's definitely going to remind me of Occupy. That's going to tell me that the people are not going to give up on this. So
yeah, I hope they got a PR person making telephone calls right now, because right about now is when you need to really drum up the support, because it's going to be dying. So,
well, I don't know. I mean, the media is trying to change the narrative, right? The media wants to go back to the COVID-19 shit, but it appears that like the conservative media, they also want to go back to the COVID-19 shit, but they love hating, you know. And this is like a perfect thing to go, look at the Democrats, look at these fucking Democrats, look at them, you know. I had a video earlier about an interview with Rudy Giuliani, and the commentator kept asking him, who's to blame? Like, you know, is it Donald Trump, or is it, you know, the mainstream media, or, you know what I mean? And it was just so obvious that that instead of like doing doing the job, you know, instead of like focusing on the facts of what's happening, they're like trying to say, attach blame. They're trying to say, oh, see, it's those people. And by doing that, they do this thing that I'm telling you, which is they divide us. Yeah, they go, and it doesn't matter because the other side does it too. And they don't, and again, the people in charge, they're not, it's not like they're on a side. They're working together. Okay, the media, all of them, they're all here to fuck our world, and that's it. You know, keep us as the prisoners that we currently are. Go ahead.
Well, you know, it might be a healthy and woke intellectual exercise to view the media as the government from now on. I mean, there's only 5 media corporations that own 96% of the media, including public broadcasting.
Well, it's not just that. It's not just that. It's that the media gets memos from the Pentagon, from the White House, all these talking points. Here's the way you're supposed to tell this story, you know?
Oh, yeah. And we've all seen the videos of 56 different reporters reading from the same script in TV stations all across America, you know, 4 out of 5 dentists recommend, you know, and the same guy, well, you know, 4 out of 5 dentists recommend, you know, and they read the same fucking scripts, and there's hardly any variation. And so, obviously, when the media itself, which is a wing of the government, it's the entertainment division of the military-industrial complex. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So we might as well just call it, when the entertainment division talks on TV from now on, we recognize that it's part of the fucking government. It's not our friend either, and you can tell what they're planning by the script they've given the teleprompter readers this week, because they're not reporters. They're teleprompter readers. They haven't had an original idea in their life.
Mm-hmm. And they highly underestimate your intelligence. If you could just recognize, again, the real threat to your personal freedom, if you can just recognize that they're the same entity, they're just talking to different suckers, man, and somehow you're buying into it, and it only benefits them, not you in any way.
Yeah, well, there was a time not so long ago when I actually believed the Zionist narrative, and I thought, oh, you know, those Palestinian terrorists, they're fucking tearing Israel apart, and Israel is the greatest democracy in the Middle East. And then somehow, you know, little fairy queen came along, tapped me on the head with her wand, and boom! I realized fucking Palestinians are the most heroic people I've ever seen, and the fucking Israelis are like fucking Satan's spawn, industrialized, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they can... And they can do that on any subject, on any group of people. They can make you believe that the good guys are the bad guys, and the bad guys are the good guys. And so
they do.
We might as well stop calling it the media, because it's not any kind of a media. It's the Ministry of Truth, man. So yeah, man. I don't even watch it. I don't know how they're trying to paint these protesters in the streets. I'm sure. You got 3 different spins. I know Amy Goodman gives one kind of a spin. That's a Black Lives Matter spin, and I think the government, the Congress, is doing the same thing with their African scarves and their kneeling and all that shit. And fucking, what's the name of that black football player that was always kneeling down, lost his job?
Kaepernick.
Yeah, Kaepernick's probably fucking going, God damn it, right now. You know, they fucking stole my shit.
Kaepernick's looking at a fucking $500 million lawsuit, probably. So.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope he gets his fucking money, because he's the kind of guy that would give it away if he got it, you know. But I have no idea who he's suing. Who is he suing?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying that what he's been treated really, really badly, and it seems like they're acknowledging that now. So, you know, there ought to be some kind of repercussions, right?
Yeah, I believe he's been treated really badly, and I believe he was ahead of the curve, and he knelt down for a really good reason, and he got hammered for it. It's always the nail that stands up that gets hammered. You know, it's not the conformists. As long as you don't attract the attention of the authorities, if you go along to get along, or get along to go along, you're not going to get hammered. It's only the people that stand up that get hammered. This is one of the 7 noble truths from the Buddhist temple on the Anunnaki homeworld. It's like the nail that stands up gets hammered. So I got respect for Colin Kaepernick. He almost sounds Irish, huh? Kaepernick, you know?
Yeah.
Mr. Kaepernick's kingdom.
Colin.
But he was a cool guy. I'm reminded of those guys in, I think it was the 76 Olympics that they stood up with their heads down, 2 black guys. They won the gold and the silver medals in the Olympics, and they stood with their fists in the air, that iconic photo.
Yeah.
That's what Kaepernick reminds me of. He's, you know, by taking a knee, he put himself on par with every other protester and every other guy that stood up with his fist in the air, like I'm doing right now, and like you're doing on TV, except you look like Zeus and I look like Mickey Mouse.
I think, you know.
So yeah, I love brave people. Nature loves bravery, and so
Muhammad Ali was very brave too.
Oh, he was the best of them, man. Yeah. That guy was so lucid and so verbal. I always thought that Malcolm X is such a great speaker, and then I saw Muhammad Ali talking. It's like he could talk circles around Malcolm X, man. Muhammad, and you know, I guess they all learned it from the Reverend, the Royal Reverend, you know, the guy that had too many girlfriends, you know.
King?
But,
Martin Luther King? Martin Luther King?
Say what?
Martin Luther King?
No, the guy that Malcolm X learned from. The guy that was in the Nation of Islam, the Reverend. Anyways, he had a couple of young girlfriends, and so Malcolm X broke the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's his name. He had a couple of young girlfriends, and Malcolm X didn't think that he was walking his talk, you know. So Malcolm X broke from the Nation of Islam and started to do his activism on his own. But Muhammad Ali learned from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad also, and they had the same kind of rhetoric, the same kind of speech, and the same spiel. But Muhammad Ali could wrap it off like fucking, you know, we all remember him saying, I ain't going to no foreign country to kill no yellow man. Ain't no yellow man ever done nothing to me. You want to kill me? I'll stay right here in my country. You kill me right here, you know. And Muhammad Ali was awesome, just the most awesome guy. And, you know, nowadays, rock star athletes, you know, look at that, they're planting a garden.
It looks like they got 2 or 3 or 4 of them, dude.
Tomatoes, sage, lettuce. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck it is. That's cool, man. It looks like they brought in some good soil too. That's right on, man. Fuck. That's the way to do it. That's creative protesting right there. Look at that. I hope they turn that.
Somebody was just asking, like one of the callers that was being sarcastic, what are they going to make their own food now, right? I guess they are, fucker.
Yeah, calling him a soy boy and all that. It's like, dude, let's see. I'm going down to Chazville to camp out, hang with my friends, try to save my country and make a stand, and I'm a soy boy, but you are a troll on the phone and somehow you're brave, you dumb motherfucker. Fucking you go down there, you opinionated dumb fuck. My IQ is so high, I see you right through the TV set, dude, Matthew. So I don't give a fuck, but that city, Capitol Hill,
Autonomous zone.
Autonomous zone. Looks like it's a decent, kind of a high-class neighborhood, dude.
It's the gay hood.
Did you say gay or gang?
It's the gay district.
Oh, well, I hope the gay people take care of the protesters, man.
Yeah, well, the business owners are all bringing them. That's where they're getting all these cases of water and shit. The business owners are all coming down to show support for them.
Cool. If only people had done that during the Occupy time, we couldn't even get a fucking bathroom, you know?
Well,
we had to poop on police cars.
Yeah.
So, but I remember back in those days, you know, if you hooked into an Occupy live stream, there was right-wing trolls there too. It might not have been quite as bad as it is today, but there's trolls all over the place, just making fun of the people trying to, you know, make some changes. You know, as they try to change their world.
It's just such a proud American tradition. I just don't understand how people can see it as, you know, negative. It's like somehow they don't want to live in America or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you know, that Mexican girl center screen, she looks pretty dangerous to me. It looks like she's going to overthrow lawfully elected government and our fearless leader, Donald Trump, obviously hiding from her personally. It's like, dude, man, these are people of all color.
Well, yesterday I played. Did you see the video with the girl getting shot with the flashbang grenade?
No, I still haven't seen that one.
Oh,
yet.
I played it yesterday for you right when you got off the phone. You asked me to
no
play.
Shit. I thought you were arguing with somebody when I got off the phone.
But it's in the list on the normal page. Okay, so
okay, I'll go.
And it's just this little girl. She's 90 pounds. She's standing there with her arms out, and the cops fucking shoot her right in the chest with the flashbang grenade, and her heart immediately stops. And I mean, it's like, can you not see the problem? The cops just lied to the media about the fact that there's armed checkpoints and people checking IDs and intimidating people with guns and extorting money from business owners. They just fucking flat out lied to the media about that, and the media just fucking spewed it all over the fucking place. And now the police chiefs have had to come out and say, oh yeah, well, we don't actually have any reports of that at all.
Fuck. And it's documented on tape.
It's fucking all over the media, dude.
Yeah. Well, you know, you shoot a little girl with a flashbang, you lose your police station. That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
You know? So
fucking hell, right.
Yeah.
And it's, you know what? It's so much safer on the street now with the no cop zone. Okay? You know?
I believe you.
I mean, people were getting injured. There had to be medics on the street all over the place because people were getting injured. You know?
Yeah.
Now, they don't really need that. They're still there, just in case, but they don't have to be. Nobody's getting injured.
It's probably much more organized than I give them credit for. I shouldn't ever not say one single negative thing about those people because I'm not there and I can't see.
Well, here's what I can tell you is the Black Lives Matter leadership called out to all the black people in Seattle to say that we need to take this Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone protest over. So please come down to the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone because what they're doing is not what this protest is about. And then they went on to say that they support this the police chief of Seattle. So again, the leadership of these organizations are not to be trusted, and the only reason they're there is to sell you out.
Yeah, you know, I think this is a historically backed premise. Even in the French Revolution, you had 16 sides that were constantly aligning and realigning and making allegiances with each other and then going against the friend they had last week. And it's like, this is just the way certain groups vie for power when there's a power vacuum or a looming power vacuum. And I'm not really, you know, I'm not against Black Lives Matter, but if something organic is happening in any street, like it obviously is in Seattle, Fuck, man, I'm with the organic.
I'm not against Black Lives Matter. I'm just pointing out that the leaders, the people who call themselves the leadership of Black Lives Matter, and what I mean by that is that if you go up to 99% of these protesters and show them a picture and ask them if you know who this is, they're not going to know who that is. At least 99%. Minimum.
Yeah.
So those people are not the leadership, and somehow they're trying to gain this clout saying, oh no, listen to us, black people. This isn't what we're about. We don't want to separate from the United States. We don't want to. And they even went on to say, and I support the police chief of Seattle, who just fucking opened fire on all these beautiful protesters just a couple days ago.
Yeah, that'll tell you, whoever the fuck they are, we should be posting their fucking faces and histories on social media, because that's not what the real people are about. We're not about, absconding movements and saying you can do this and you can do that.
Yeah, that's the main problem, dude. That's what the people are tired of. Stop telling us what to do. It doesn't work out. It doesn't work. You can't tell humans what to do. You tell humans what to do, they're going to go, who are you?
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, to get street cred, you got to go down in the street. You just don't show up like a rock star and say, hey, I'm the president of the fucking glorification club, and you guys are doing what I'm saying from now on. I was like, fuck you, dude. We're on the street. It's messy on the street. You got to earn your fucking stripes on the street. You got like the,
Yeah, those people who call themselves leadership. They're not standing out there at the front lines getting pepper sprayed and fucking breathing in that tear gas. That's not happening.
In World War II, not only did Churchill turn down, I think, 38 different peace initiatives from Hitler before Hitler one of Hitler's planes accidentally went up the Thames or one of those rivers and bombed a little neighborhood on accident because he thought it was an industrial zone. That was the first time that Hitler attacked England as far as English neighborhoods, because Churchill was already bombing German cities by the dozens, and Hitler wasn't striking back. Hitler kept sending people to Churchill saying, we want peace, we want peace, we can stop right now, you stop right now. I think 38 times he did that. And so by the time that Churchill finally pissed off Hitler enough so that Hitler said, go ahead and bomb him, I don't know how many months later that Germany had been sustaining the bombing. So Churchill, he would show up in the morning and walk the streets of the bombed out neighborhoods with his trench coat and his cigar, and take his photo ops with his people in the street who got bombed the night before. And then when the bombing would start again, he would go off in his limousine off into the country where it's safe, and then come back and do another photo op. So a lot of people show up to do photo ops in war zones and riot zones, and and so those are the people you don't want as your leader. Donald Trump is exactly the same kind of guy that would, he clear out a space and then walk half a block and for a photo op, and then go back and hide in his fucking mansion. And it's like, we already got leaders like that. We don't need no fake Black Lives Matter, fake leaders telling the people in the street that, what you're doing is not legitimate, it's not approved by the organization, and you got to do what we say because it's like, fuck you, man. So, there's always a power vacuum that small people are going to try to fill to make themselves feel big. So I'm happy to see the dancing. Dancing is a good sign.
Yeah, I told you there was going to be dancing tonight. Go ahead.
When people are dancing, it's oppressed people don't really dance. It's people who want to be free dance. That's part of the reason why they're dancing.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Portland is a dancing town.
Well,
it's
got a cool
go down, baby.
Got a cool music scene for sure. But yeah, you know, I mean, the movie V for Vendetta, there's a line in it that says, "A revolution without dancing is not a revolution worth having." You know.
Yeah, I believe it, man. So it's all groovy. Concrete reporting, Chaz. So anything that says Chaz is Seattle, right?
Chaz is gonna, Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. Yep.
Okay, Michael. Well, keep up the good fight. I hope you have some interesting trolls tonight. I caught my name as I was laying down, and somebody was telling me I was stupid, so I had to get out of bed. Threaten them.
I don't know why. You know. Go ahead. Hey, it's good to hear from you.
I'll throw you down some money.
Okay. Do you want me to put the links back up there again? I'll put the links back up there for you again.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Thank you. Talk to you soon. That's our buddy Michael from Southern California. Very nice. And Mox News survives solely on contributions from good people like you. So if you can kick down for some pizza, that would be super, super generous of you. And it's what keeps Mox News here. It's what keeps Mox News alive for 17 years now, is the support of good people like you. And I think that we've done some pretty darn good work over those 17 years. There is no doubt in my mind about that. Okay, and this is the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, which is in downtown Seattle. It's actually kind of the gay district. It's not really kind of the gay district. It's considered the gay district. You might see like a rainbow crosswalk or something, but it's a very nice neighborhood. It's like I said, the people there are all, you know, very like want to be look out for each other, and like a community. They want to act like a community, right? So that's why the business owners, what you're seeing is the business owners showing support to these people, because these people are a part of the community, and they don't want to be like, somehow, oh, you guys, where were you guys when we needed you? That's not how it is down there. So, whatever Tucker Carlson's saying, he's fucking full of shit. Okay? I've already shown, and the police, I posted the video of the police. They lied. You want to play that video now? I can play that video now. Craig's doing something. I'll play the video in a minute. Are you doing something? No, Craig's not doing anything. But yeah, they lied. So I'm going to play that video for you right now. Seattle police lied about armed checkpoints and extortion of business owners. I'm going to play that video now. Check it out.
One more thing I found interesting from this press conference here at City Hall is that we've heard Chief Best. She talked about rumors that she has heard about extortion. Some people within Chaz, they are going to local businesses and they're demanding payment in return for protection. Best also said she's heard rumors of people being armed within Chaz, walking around. Today, Best walked back those comments, stressing these are just rumors. They do not have any legitimate reports of either extortion or any armed guardsmen. She encouraged the public, if you have seen this, to indeed report it. But at this point, there aren't any reports of that, simply rumors. Live at City Hall, Patrick Quinn, KOMO News.
You are looking live right now at Seattle's Capitol Hill neighborhood. It's an area known as Chaz, or the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. You can see those protesters right there on the streets near the Seattle Police East Precinct just days after it was evacuated.
The Chaz consists of this 5-block area right near Cal Anderson Park on Capitol Hill. The
late-breaking elements as we come on the air right now, momentum building for police and the city to move against protesters inside the Chaz.
That as questions swirl about who ordered the evacuation of the East Precinct Police Station in the first place and how it's been slowing police response times across Seattle. KOMO's Jonathan Cho has been with protesters for 2 long weeks and kicks off our live team coverage. Jonathan?
Yeah, Eric, while demonstrators remain behind me here at the East Precinct, the mayor and police chief are trying to broker a deal with protest leaders that benefit everyone, but there is still no timeline or details.
We're just trying to open things up.
Flanked by several officers, Seattle Police Chief Carmen Best entered the East Precinct this morning for the first time in days.
The command for us to leave was so quick, we weren't able to even get our equipment out of here.
On Tuesday, hundreds of protesters occupied this area in Capitol Hill. Police thought marchers would simply pass through.
After complaining about police barricades, established their own barricades. So the streets that we wanted to be clear, now they're no longer clear.
As of now, there is no official plan or timeline for the city or SPD to take this all back.
A lot of that's going to be predicated upon, how we can facilitate getting people in here peacefully. The last thing we want is some sort of confrontation.
City officials are trying to quickly broker a deal, but because there is no centralized leadership among protesters, getting all the voices at the table remains a challenge. How much longer is everyone going to stay in this area then?
I'm not the leader, so I can't answer a question that I'm not making a decision on.
Every single person here has their own mission.
The pressure is now mounting.
I have lived on Capitol Hill for 30 years.
Some neighbors, like this woman who only wants to go by L, says it's turned into a mess.
The amount of graffiti, the amount of trash, the lack of respect for the small businesses that live here breaks my heart.
I know how incredibly difficult these past 2 weeks have been for you.
And Chief Best is also trying to deal with dropping morale at SPD, addressing officers today with this message on YouTube.
To say thank you will never probably be enough.
Well, some protest leaders are now meeting with the mayor and chief, hoping to get closer to that deal. Live from Seattle, Jonathan Cho, Como News.
Thank you, Jonathan. And as he just mentioned, for the first time since abandoning the building in Capitol Hill, some members of the Seattle Police Department returned to the East Precinct today. Chief Carmen Best allowed our cameras to follow her inside to inspect the building. Initially, there was concern that protesters had trashed the precinct, and while there was some damage inside the garage, the rest of the building appeared to be pretty much untouched. Chief Best says her goal is to reopen the precinct and have officers return to Capitol Hill. Como's Matt Markovich takes a closer look at how and when that could happen tonight at 6 o'clock.
Mayor Jenny Durkan had been relatively silent about Chaz and the events in Capitol Hill until this afternoon. Como's Patrick Quinn joins us live outside City Hall. And Patrick, some have called for the mayor and police chief to resign, are either planning on stepping down.
Well, Mayor Durkan was asked exactly about those calls for resignation, and she said neither she nor the chief of police will resign from their roles. They admitted it will be difficult to mow through this tough weeks ahead, but they're committed. And remember, at the heart of these protests, at the heart of Chaz, is the call for systematic change, especially to defund SPD. Many of you, thousands, were on these stairs just last week with signs that said defund SPD by as much as 50%. Today, the mayor said 50%. She does not support that.
And I do not think it is responsible to suggest that we will cut 50% of our officers. We need to make sure that we change the focus on, so when people call 911, they don't necessarily have a police officer show up.
The mayor said they had 17,000 crisis calls in Seattle last year. She said those calls should not necessarily be answered by the police. She admitted that SPD needs to be, quote, reimagined. Protesters, when calling to defund SPD, they want social and homeless services along with mental health calls to not be under SPD's jurisdiction. Durkan said right now she and the chief, they are prioritizing conversations with the community. We'll have more on the community's demands coming up tonight at 6. One more thing I found interesting from this press conference here at City Hall is that we've heard Chief Best. She talked about rumors that she has heard about extortion. Some people within Chaz, they are going to local businesses and they're demanding payment in return for protection. Best also said she's heard rumors of people being armed within Chaz walking around. Today, Best walked back those comments, stressing these are just rumors. They do not have any legitimate reports of either extortion or any armed guardsmen. She encouraged the public, if you have seen this, to indeed report it. But at this point, there aren't any reports of that, simply rumors. Live at City Hall, Patrick Quinn, Como News.
All right, so let's see. This is Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, a big picture. So you can see better what's happening. Naturally. Oh, I guess we're going to get a different view here. There you go. And there's how they spiced up the Black Lives Matter mural that they made last night. They have added some extra cool stuff to it. It looks so pretty. Again, this is a cop-free zone. No police officers and no crime. Okay? So this is what they tell us again and again, you know, and this is all over the national news. There's no police officers, right? No police officers, no police officers. So where's all the fucking horrible criminal element that we need the police officers so desperately to protect us from? It ain't there. It's like the terrorist. Like the terrorist. They're coming to get you. Maybe. But something tells me there's going to be dancing here very soon. I would bet there's going to be some live music. Last night's show we saw a burlesque show. Momentarily. Alright, if anybody wants to call, the number is 805-669-6397. We have this lovely giant shot here of again, the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. And it is a nice shot. It's a very, very good shot. It's looking good. So, we got that going. We're going to keep that for a minute or two. And you can see, again, this is no police, no problems. The police tried to enter earlier. They were not allowed. And the police have proven themselves to be completely full of shit. Just as I was saying, just what I've been telling you since before George Floyd. The pillars of our community are full of shit. The politicians, the police, the medical industrial complex, and it's all full of shit. These people, on the other hand, are spontaneous and trying to do something good for everyone. They're trying to do the right thing. They're trying to stand up against injustice. Let's see. So, and it looks like they're having a really good time doing it. So I'm very, very proud of all these people. I don't know how anybody can't be proud of the fucking fact that this little section of heaven has been announced that it is no longer part of the United States, and that and that the police are not welcome. So, and I don't see a problem. Everyone's like, oh, these people are evil. No, you're wrong. The police are the ones extorting money. The police are the ones demanding to see ID. The police are the ones setting up checkpoints. We've watched it again and again. We probably all experienced it in our own personal lives. That's what the truth is. And the media and the government and the police lie and say it's otherwise. Okay, and on the CNN, it says, Trump says, we are not going to let this happen in Seattle. If we have to go in, we're going in. Hey, little pussy boy Trump, come on down. Come on down to Seattle. Let's see what happens, big, tough guy. Come on down to Seattle. We'll welcome you wholeheartedly. Trump is coming to Seattle. Woohoo! Well, I am very happy with the way this is. I think that probably the businesses down in this area are very happy too, which is why they are bringing the people supplies. Okay, it's not only that, but I bet you money that's why the chief of police had to come out and say, oh well, no, there weren't actually any reports of people setting up armed checkpoints and extorting money from business owners. There weren't any actual reports of that. We just kind of put it out there. Fucking liars. So if there's going to be a big Trump rally in Oklahoma City, Jackie, then the plague must be over, right? I mean, you wouldn't put all those elderly people that are going to show up in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as into danger, into harm's way like that, would you? You wouldn't want them to all get sick. Then they probably wouldn't vote for you, right? So the plague's over, everybody. I am so thirsty. Well, I'm just glad to see that, again, the cops aren't there. Because if the cops were there, somebody would probably get hurt or have their life messed up in some way that is completely unnecessary. So, instead, they get to have this lovely little rally. They should have a band. How come they don't have a band playing? That makes no sense. It's dark. It's 9 o'clock at night. People need a band to listen to. Hungry. Sorry. All right. Jim Lester, you have a problem with armed protesters? There's a difference between an armed protester and someone extorting money. Dumbass. Try and keep up, okay? Dumbass. Jim Lester. It's a big difference. What, you got a problem with armed protesters? Think those people in Lansing, Michigan were a big problem for the world? Is that right? Dumbass. No extortion. They said there was people extorting business owners. Okay? And why do you have a problem with the Second Amendment, dumbass? What's your fucking problem? This is America. People are allowed to carry guns. In Washington State, it's an open carry law. Okay? Why do you have a problem with people having a gun, dumbass? Go live in fucking China. What the fuck is wrong with you? I don't have any for you, buddy. Well, then why are you acting like you got a problem with somebody with a gun? Like, people should be afraid of that. The protesters aren't afraid. Why are you afraid of that? Why are you trying to cause fear with that? Whatever the fuck your name is. Well, you sure act like it. Sure act like you got a problem with somebody having a gun at a protest. No armed checkpoints. No checking IDs. No extorting business owners. That's the story, that they've set up armed checkpoints and they're extorting money from business owners and checking IDs to make sure that people belong in there. All a fucking lie. Tucker Carlson is full of shit. The Seattle police chief is full of shit. Yeah. All right. Let's see. What other? I got another video I think I want to play here. Oh yeah, the Black Lives Matter people trying to the Black Lives Matter people again calling down black people to the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone to take back the protest, because that's not what this is about. Because that's not what this protest is about. So I thought it was important to hear that so that we understand, and also point out that the Black Lives Matter leadership, as they're calling themselves, is making clear that they support the Seattle police chief who just lied about armed protesters extorting money from business owners. The Black Lives Matter leadership supports them, and they're going to take back the protest from these people. I think it's important to see that video.
Right now, we just got word a community advisory group is heading to the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone to talk to protesters who are camped out there. Now, this is live video of Live 21 from our crews on the ground there. We just found out the SPD, African American Community Advisory Council, will head to the East Precinct at 5:30 p.m. The chair told me Black Lives Matter and the message has been lost. She's asking Black people to show up to keep the message right, she says. She told me on the phone the group wants to reclaim the protest that has been hijacked by some people who have an agenda for creating chaos. She says that this is not what the Black community is about. And she also says they stand in solidarity with Police Chief Carmen Best. We'll definitely let you know what happens.
All right, I think we will have another puff here and check on Portland. Here, just a second. Portland looked like too much fun. But this is the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, no longer part of the United States. It's in downtown Seattle, and the Seattle police chief has had to admit that she was lying about there being armed protesters extorting money from business owners. And I guarantee the reason they had to announce that it wasn't true, that they didn't have any actual reports of that, is because the Capitol Hill business owners went to them and said, "You're fucking full of shit. Tell the fucking truth, or we're going to come out and tell the truth. That you're fucking full of shit." So she said, "Oh yeah, we don't actually have any reports of that happening." Fucking liars. That's who the police are. That's a part of the reform that has to happen. If they lie, they should be fired. Okay? Why do we have these people who are supposed to respect, who lie to us in our faces? It's unacceptable. They can't be people of no integrity. Do you think it's okay to lie, especially about something as important as this? Extorting money from business owners. Okay? That's so fucking disgusting. I think that, and that police chief needs to resign immediately. The Seattle police chief needs to immediately resign if she's the one who I believe she's the first one who sent that out to the media. All right, let's see. I want to see what's going on in Portland. I'll get Craig to pull the Portland back up. I have, let's see, Tacoma. Oh, I think it's important to see this also. I was telling you, I've told you all throughout this event, don't break things. Don't set fires. Don't smash things. Don't steal things, okay? Because, and I know that the vast majority of people are not that. I get it 100%. The people who might not know whether or not they should steal or whatever, don't do it. There's cameras everywhere. This woman who apparently, according to the Seattle police, set 3 Seattle police cars on fire, was identified by tattoos on her hand. Okay, so if they have video that that's that good, they can get the tattoo off your hand and figure out who you are, then you know they're going to get your faces. They're going to do everything they can to put anyone they can, make examples out of them. So please, please don't get in trouble. Don't smash things, because there's cameras everywhere. You can't get away with it. It's just not. It just doesn't work anymore. Don't do it. But that being said, let's see. Tacoma woman arrested for setting 3 police cars on fire. I think it was 3 police. They said she did